Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Treatment with Quran. I'm Hafiz Salman, and we are again here with Mr. Gulfam Riaz Hashmi. And as you all know, that we are here with Dream Interpretation Series. We bring and we try to inquire or interpret the dreams of our audience. And we had an inquiry about a dream, and that is most of the people see deceased people in their dreams. They see dead people alive in their dreams. So the question is whether it is a kind of worry for the dreamer. Is there any complications, or there are, some people say that if you see a deceased or dead person alive in your dream, you are going to die, your time has come. So is there any reality in this saying, or do you think that this brings worries in the life of the dreamer? What do you say about this?
So, Mr. Salman, a lot of people have this dream. They see deceased people in their dream, so there is nothing to worry about it. Okay, because it depends on the situation of the dead person in the dream. Okay, so there are different interpretations of that dream. For example, if the dreamer says that the dead person he is offering prayer in the dream. Okay, so فَهَذَا دَلَالَةٌ عَلَى إِسْتِغْفَارِهِ فِي حَيَاتِهِ. So it indicates that the person he used to seek forgiveness of Allah Almighty in his life. Okay, he was a good person, his character was good, and he was a virtuous person. Okay, if the dead person is offering prayer, okay, in the dream. And the second interpretation is, if you see the dead person is looking tired and helpless. Okay, so it means he was not a good person in his life. Okay, and he has shortage of virtues. Okay, and he is facing some problems due to his bad deeds. Okay, due to his bad actions. Okay, and the third interpretation is, if the deceased one, if the dead person he is ignoring the dreamer, it means he is asking the dreamer to do some charity for him. Okay, and there is another interpretation of this dream, that if the dead person is ignoring the dreamer in the dream, so it means he is asking to do prayer for him. Okay, he is asking that pray for him, pray for me, to Allah Almighty. Okay, and if the dead person is fighting with the dreamer, so it means the dreamer has not fulfilled some of his actions that are required by deceased person. So when he was alive, he asked the dreamer to do something. Okay, but the dreamer had not completed that action. Okay, and the second interpretation of this fighting can be that the deceased people, the will of deceased people has not fulfilled by the dreamer. Okay, so he has issued a will when he was alive, but the dreamer has not fulfilled the will. Okay, so this can be interpretation. There is another interpretation that if the dead person is in good condition, he is wearing neat and clean dress, especially white dress, so it means he is pardoned by Almighty. His sins have been pardoned by Almighty, and now he is in a good condition. He is enjoying the blessing of Almighty. Okay, and other interpretation is that if dead person he is giving something to the dreamer, فَهَذَا يَدُلُّ عَلَى رِزْقٍ. So it means the dreamer will get some earnings, he will get some wealth. Okay, and he will get halal wealth. Okay, because in life hereafter, that person cannot give you something prohibited. Okay, so if that person is giving you something, if the dreamer is also taking that thing, it means the dreamer will get some wealth. Okay, but if the dead person is giving the dreamer something and dreamer is not taking that thing, so it means there would be a delay in the earnings of the dreamer.
Sorry for cutting your discussion. Mostly people say that if a deceased person gives something to eat to dreamer, the dreamer is most likely to die in a coming days. So what do you think? What is it?
So this dream does not indicate the death of the dreamer, because if he is giving you something, he is giving you something good, okay, and you are also taking that thing, so it indicates towards wealth. You will get some wealth. Okay. And there is another interpretation that if the dead people is calling the dreamer in the dream, so mostly people think it indicates towards death of the dreamer. But on the contrary, هذا يدل على طول حياته. It is sign of the long age of the dreamer. He will live long. Okay, so calling of the dead person in the dream, it doesn't indicate to the death of the dreamer. Okay, and there is another interpretation that if the dead person is crying in the dream, he's weeping in the dream. Okay, so there are two interpretations. If he was not a good person in his real life, so it means he is having some problems in life hereafter. Okay, and if he was a good person, he was a virtuous, he was a pious person, so it means he's crying for the sake of dreamer. He's trying to teach us a lesson that everybody has to die. I died too. Okay, so amend your ways, seek forgiveness of Allah Almighty, turn to the Almighty Allah. Okay, so he is.
I should add it here. Turn to Almighty Allah before you return to Him.
Yes.
This is a common saying.
So if the dead person, he is a good person, he was a good person, and he's crying in the dream, so it means he is warning the dreamer. He's giving him a warning. Okay, so there is another dream of deceased person in the dream that if the dreamer is walking behind the dead person. Okay, so it means he will become just like the dead person. Okay, if he was a good person, the dreamer will be good person, and if the dead person was of the bad character, so it means there is something alarming for the dreamer. Okay, so possibly there is a possibility that he will choose some wrong deeds. Okay, and there is another interpretation that if the dead person is asking for something, he is demanding something from the dreamer, فَهَذَا يَدُلُّ عَلَى خِسَارَةٍ تُصِيبُهُ خِسَارَةٌ فِي الدُّنْيَا. So the dreamer will bear some loss in business or in job, or there can be any problem, that the problems will come to the dreamer. Okay, so there is another interpretation. If the dead person is asking the dreamer to meet him on a certain time, and the dreamer agrees to meet him, so it indicates death of the dreamer. So this is the specific dream that indicates towards death of the dreamer, that if the dead person asking the dreamer to meet him on a certain time, right, on a specific time, and the dreamer agrees to meet him, so it is a sign of the death of the dreamer. Okay, so it can be a sign from Allah Almighty that your time has come. Now amend your ways, now become a good person, now do good deeds. Okay, so there is an other interpretation, that's the last interpretation, that if the dead person is giving the dreamer cloth, if he is giving cloth to the dreamer in the dream, so فَهَذَا يَدُلُّ عَلَى إِزٍّ وَشَرْفٍ. So it means that the dreamer will gain some honor and he will be rewarded with something big in his life. So these are the interpretations, and there are different interpretations, and every interpretation varies according to the dream. Okay,
thank you so very much, Mr. Gulfam. These were the possible interpretations of seeing a dead person in dream, and we have a suggestion for our audience that if you are given a specific point of time to meet a deceased person, never meet. Thank you so very much. See you in the next video.